Do you say as or at? And which one did you mean to say? Because S's are one of the top most common letters in English, but you have to know if it's pronounced S or Z. And the other day, we were in my Accent Feedback Club, which is my live small group coaching where people take turns in the hot seat. And this problem kept coming up. One person said E-R-A-S-E, but erase, which is fine if you're speaking British English, but Americans say erase with an S like a snake rather than a Z like a zebra. And then right after that, someone happened to say the word M-U-S-E-U-M. But they did it with an S as in a snake, museum. And another person mixes up used to, as in a pencil is used to write, versus used to, like I used to play with dolls. So then Rami commented that he always mixes up AS and ASS. And I thought, this can be a problem. First of all, S or Z. Make sure you can feel the difference in vibration right here in your voice box. It's actually called voicing. Z, voiced, vibration. S, unvoiced, no vibration. So the next question is, are there rules we might follow for when we see the letter S to know if it should be voiced or not? And ASS has a S sound because it's a double S, like in lesson or missing. So if you want to swear, say S, and if you want to compare, say Z in this case. And you can add to that, if you see the letter S between two vowels, it's most likely a Z sound, like in music or reason, which is why museum sounds like Z, even though it's written with the letter S. But what about words like useful versus using, or close versus close? Because all of these are correct, but they have different meanings. And S's at the end of the word are really common, especially if we're talking about verbs like sleeps or grabs, and plurals like cliffs or cows. But how are you supposed to know how that letter S is pronounced? Hold on, if you can think of a time when you didn't know that that letter S should be S or Z, can you write that word for me in the comments so that I can add it to my list? And here's one of my favorite accent hacks. When there's a final S on a word at the end of a verb or a plural, most of the time that S will be a Z sound, as in zebra, the voiced version, Z. For example, we say grabs and words and bags and loves and clothes and calls and wears and dreams and runs and sings and sees, just to name a few. So start swapping out those S's for Z's and you'll already be correct more often. And as a matter of fact, I have a few masterclasses to help with this exact problem. One is about these S endings, and you should see it because there are actually 3 possibilities you should know about and when exactly to use each. Another one is for the 3 ED endings, like for past tense or adjectives. And the other is about voicing in general because it's not just these pairs. There are 8 pairs that you could be perfecting. And my live masterclasses are free, but only to my community members, which is also free. So you can literally get free expert accent help every month just by being in my community. All you have to do is click on the link right down in the description and then show up on the last Thursday of the month. And if this lesson from Rami's comment has helped you, then check out the next video to learn a surprising strategy for dealing with the Y sound in English. And in the meantime, we can see each other inside the community.